Graduation season is usually a time for celebration, but this year the pomp and circumstance has been derailed by the coronavirus pandemic. As the nation's death toll continues to climb, healthcare workers on the front lines in some areas of the country are fighting desperately for supplies. And as it turns out, graduation gowns may actually be the answer to at least part of that supply shortage. They're resistant to water. They're easy to take on and off. A charity started by a University of Vermont student pairs graduates and their gowns with healthcare facilities in need. Earlier, I spoke to the founder. And joining us now from Burlington, Vermont is Nathaniel Moore, who created Gowns for Good. Nathaniel, my first question to you is, how did you come up with this idea, and what's been the reaction from people who have reached out to you?
First off, thanks so much for having me. So this idea came to me as looking to solve two problems with one solution. I work as a physician assistant at the University of Vermont Medical Center Emergency Department, seeing COVID patients, taking care of patients, using that personal protective equipment myself. And the image that struck me was hearing about my colleagues lacking the quote, appropriate PPE, working on the front lines, using trash bags as alternative forms. The second problem was hearing all the altered commencement plans across the country from schools nationwide, either postponed or canceled ceremonies, and what to do with the graduation gowns, but more importantly, how to honor the graduates. So by combining the graduation gown and the lack of PPE, if we could coordinate and get them in the hands of the medical workers, we could solve this problem.
You've had incredible success in getting these gowns. How did you get the momentum to get people to pitch in and donate their gowns?
Absolutely. It's been forever humbling to see the success across the country. So right now, yesterday, we just reached 5,000 of individual donors, which is a huge win on our part. From 46 states of 50 states, 5,000 donors. And then Graduation Source, a manufacturing company, has actually given us 1,500 gowns as well. We've been building our momentum mainly through word of mouth and social media platforms to start. You know, this all was a single idea in my apartment initially as just gowns coming in as a PO box to Burlington, Vermont. And then quickly my apartment, as it became stacked and stacked with boxes, became overwhelming. And we had to make a strategical pivot to cut out the middleman and get the gowns quicker right to the medical facilities. So Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn has all been kind of our way. And we have been just humbled by these stories that we've heard. Opening these gowns as we donate them. We've had parents donate their gowns where their son or daughter have passed away after graduation, reaching out saying there's no better way we wish to honor their lives than to give this gown that we've been holding on to in our closet to your wonderful initiative.
Well, when our producers heard your story, we were just so moved by it. We had to have you on. I'm curious, what has been the reaction from hospitals about receiving these gowns?
So we're hearing from a lot of medical institutions, from large trauma centers to local clinics to assisted living facilities and EMS personnel that have been begging for gowns, reaching out to us. And then once they receive them, sending us pictures. They're so thankful of the support that we can protect their healthcare workers.
And tell us, Nathaniel, how can people donate if they have a gown that they want to contribute?
So it's really easy. You can go to www.gownsforgood.net, the number 4. And with that, there's a big donate gowns button. They enter their gowns, they choose the hospital or medical facility that they wish to donate to, and they send their gown.
Nathaniel Moore with Gowns for Good. We're grateful that you could share your story with us, Nathaniel. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy.